Hi everyone, and welcome to ET for EVs. Ido here again, and today we're going to do some driving around in the car, get the experience, feel how it is, and try to share with you a little bit of what I until now like about the car, and maybe what I don't like, but let's see. So driving around in the car, I just dropped down my kid at school and I'm heading to work at this point. And actually haven't gone to work in the office itself for the past couple of weeks since I got the car, so I don't really have that type of full day experience, but we'll see how it goes for today. What I can tell you, at least from the initial drive around that I have just under 200 miles here on the gauge, and I think the very first thing that comes into mind that the drive is very smooth. I previously had, or in the recent past, I had the Nissan Rogue Sport, which is maybe almost the same sized car, but the ride quality was harsher. The suspension wasn't as smooth. I believe it's a combination of how heavy this car is with battery and everything. But all in all, the combination of the acceleration and the suspension and the seats, which are super comfortable, everything just feels really nice. So it does feel really smooth. I mean, I feel high quality, driving with this car. It doesn't feel that much different than the previous BMW that I had. So I'm really happy about that. It really gives me that, better all-in-all feel. It doesn't feel like a cheap EV, although it is a cheap EV. One of the nice features that I like about the Nissan here, and again, it's not necessarily only for the Nissan, but I know the Leaf here has that feature, is what they call the E-pedal. It's basically a single pedal drive. So if you want to accelerate, just push down on the acceleration pedal. If you want to stop or slow down, you just, release it. So now I'm using that type of driving mode, and instead of using the brake pedal, I just remove my foot from the gas pedal, and it just, slows down or stops, and it's very convenient. It really gives you, again, that type of smooth ride to it, or smooth drive, because not just that I'm accelerating very smoothly, I'm also braking very smoothly. It's not abrupt. It's very nice to feel that type of braking. It also regenerates some of the energy, which that's great. So the Nissan Leaf has two driving modes. There's the regular mode and there's the Eco mode. The Eco probably gives you a more optimized performance in terms of battery consumption and utilization. It hinders a bit with the performance, meaning the acceleration is not as prominent as the regular mode. I noticed that I ride or drive, let's say 95% of the time Eco mode. There's no need to go any different than that. Maybe every now and then, if you just want to get a smile, with the kids, they drive with me, they ride with me, then I just put the regular mode, then acceleration really kicks in. You get sort of like sent back to the seat. That's nice. But all in all, both of them are not anything to write home about. They're not like a Tesla or the Mach-E type of performance vehicle. But I think for the 40 watt-hour engine that I have here, it pretty much serves the purpose. So some of the things that I noticed when driving around, or at least even not driving around, I've done just under or over 180 miles, and in theory I should have only charged the car once since then. If it has a 150 mile range, Now I'm at 180. This should have been only my second charge. What I did notice is that, or I did charge the car at least I think 2 or 3 times. Now, not that I reached 20% or some low percentage in terms of battery availability, but around maybe 40%. I said, why not? I'll just charge it at home and have it available at 100%. So that's very easy. I like that, and if it's there, I just plug it in. Basically having like a gas station at your own house. Another thing I noticed with the charging, or the charging availability, I would say, not charging availability, but the battery availability, is that even without really doing anything, it seems to creep down. So I had the car, I think, standing for a couple of days, and rather it staying at a constant, whatever it was, 100%, it would creep down over time. And I don't know if that's just because I may be checking with the app what the status is of the car, or some other background power consumption that's happening with the car, but it doesn't stay constant. That's something I noticed for sure. I'll probably look further into it, maybe check if the other people experienced that, but that's something that I noticed. Another thing that I really like about the car, and not necessarily the car itself, but it's Nissan's EV Connect app, which is really, really nice. I often go on and check what's the charging percentage. I also use it to heat up the car ahead of time, so it has like a climate on feature, so I can set up what temperature I want it. So if I know that I'm supposed to head out for a drive, and again, the past 2 weeks were really cold here in New Jersey. Temperatures are around the low teens. When it went higher was the 20s, so it's really cold. So I would just prep it, set it up for like 78 degrees in the car, wait for like 5 minutes, and then I go out and the car is warm, wonderful. It warms up have the steering wheel heater, they have the seat heaters, so that's great. Come in, everything is nice and cozy, even if outside it's like 15 degrees. So that's really good. So thanks again everyone for dropping in and watching this video. ET for EVs. And of course, if you find this interesting, you want to get some more day-to-day experience with this car and how it is to live with an EV, then subscribe, and hope you enjoy it. So thank you and have a good one.